The story begins in 1962, where we are shown a very large ship in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, named the Antonia Gros Asterisk. There are a total of 600 passengers on this ship, who are heading towards New York. A party is underway on the ship, where a very beautiful singer is singing a song, and everyone is dancing and enjoying the singer's performance. Everyone on the ship was very happy, but they had no idea that in a few minutes something was going to happen to them that was too terrifying to even think about. Suddenly, we see a man in the engine room pull a lever upwards. As the lever is pulled, a sharp, taut wire slices through everyone in its path. In an instant, the celebration turned to tragedy. The wire sliced through the room, and everyone in its path met a sudden, devastating end. A little girl named Kitty survives because she was short, so the wire passed over her head. After this, we are shown a scene 40 years later. We see a group of people towing a large ship using a tugboat. Suddenly, the old ship begins to sink. Seeing this, the group S leader sends a girl from his team named Murphy onto the old ship to release the wire tethering it. Otherwise, if the old ship sinks, their tugboat will be dragged down with it. When Murphy reaches the old ship, she discovers a crack in its lower section, causing water to rush in rapidly. The ship will sink within the next 5 minutes. Murphy reports this to her team leader. Upon hearing this, the team leader orders Murphy to release the towing wire and immediately return to the tugboat S deck because they are going to abandon the old ship. Just then, two other teammates reach Murphy and also tell her to leave the ship. However, finding this ship had taken them 3 months, so Murphy wasn't going to abandon it so easily. To save the ship, she jumps into the water. Seeing this, the two teammates above also grab tools and jump in after her. The three of them manage to weld the crack shut just before the ship sinks, saving it from going under. They sell this ship in the market for a lot of money, and the team leader divides the money equally among everyone. A man named Jack, who had been watching them for a long time and listening to their conversations, learns that they find ships that have disappeared at sea and sell them for profit. Jack approaches them and tells the team leader about a ship containing hidden treasure. Jack was actually talking about the ship that, 40 years ago, an unknown man had caused the massacre on by pulling the lever. The team leader had also heard of this ship, the Antonia Gros Asterisk, which disappeared 40 years ago. The leader says many people have searched for that ship, but no one has ever found it. Jack tells the team leader that he knows where the ship is located in the ocean, if they can retrieve and sell it. They will become rich overnight. Lured by the money, the entire group agrees to the mission, and the very next day, they set out in their tugboat to find the Antonia Gros Asterisk. After several days of travel, they reach a very desolate part of the ocean. There, one of the team members detects a signal from a nearby ship. They realize the ship that vanished 40 years ago must be here somewhere. Moving a little further, a massive ship comes into view. It is the same ship they saw at the beginning of the story, the one that had been missing for 40 years. Seeing the ship, everyone is overjoyed, thinking selling it will make them wealthy. The team leader tells to people to stay on the tugboat and goes inside the old ship with the others to investigate. Upon entering, they start hearing very strange noises, which make them nervous. The team leader tells his companions to move forward, following the sound. They reach a large clock. They see the clock's hand is still moving. Shortly after, the hand suddenly stops. They find this odd. They proceed to explore the ship further. The interior is completely wrecked, with everything broken and the metal rusted. As they are moving forward, one of their teammates almost falls through a broken floor, but Murphy grabs him. As Murphy pulls her teammate up, she sees a little girl below. This is the same girl who was the sole survivor on the ship 40 years ago. In 1962, the one the wire passed over. The shocking thing was that even after 40 years, she hadn't aged a day, meaning this was the girl's ghost. When Murphy looks again, the girl has vanished. They manage to pull their teammate to safety. Murphy is confused and terrified by what she saw. The ship is enormous, so they continue exploring and reach the main cabin. While investigating, they find a digital watch. This confuses them because digital watches like that didn't exist 40 years ago. They realize others must have been here before them. They return to their tugboat, and the team leader decides they will tether the ship to the tugboat and tow it away the next day. The next morning, they discover a large hole in the ship, causing it to slowly sink. The leader says towing the ship in this condition is impossible because it's filled with water, making it too heavy. It would be foolish to try. They decide to first weld the hole shut and then pump the water out before towing it. Everyone agrees with the captain's plan and gets to work. Some start repairing the hole, while others search for the treasure. Murphy, searching for a treasure, comes across a swimming pool. She is shocked to see the pool is riddled with bullet holes. As she is coming up from the pool, the little girl appears before her again. Startled, Murphy falls back into the pool, hitting her head hard on the floor, and starts bleeding. The pool absorbs her blood. When Murphy looks up again, the girl is gone, and Jack is there instead. Jack helps Murphy out of the pool. Murphy tells Jack she just saw a girl who suddenly disappeared. Jack says it must have been her imagination and that there's nothing there. After they leave, the swimming pool completely fills with blood. Meanwhile, the team leader finds the old ship's captain's room. The room is in terrible condition. Researching it, he doesn't find anything significant. His eyes fall on a bottle of liquor and a glass on the table, neatly arranged as if someone had just been drinking. Just as he is about to pick up the glass, he sees the reflection of the old ship's captain in the mirror. Terrified, he drops the glass, which shatters, and he flees the room. Strange incidents keep happening to everyone on the ship. One teammate, named Mark, hears the voice of a lady singer. He follows the sound to the ship's ground area, where the lady singer is present. She is the same singer from the story's beginning. Meanwhile, Murphy and Jack, upon opening a laundry room door, are hit by a flood of water containing old dead bodies. Frightened, Murphy and Jack move forward. A cabin door opens, and inside, Jack finds a very luxurious car, making him happy. But Murphy feels something is wrong and wants to leave quickly. Then, they see something moving in another room. When they approach and remove the covering, they are stunned to find a box filled with gold. Murphy immediately calls the rest of the team. When everyone arrives, they find 9 such boxes, each containing 28 gold plates. Everyone is ecstatic, having become rich overnight, after finding such a vast treasure. They decide to leave the ship behind and only take the gold. They load all the gold onto their tugboat and prepare to leave. The tugboat captain starts cleaning the engine to start it, and we see the cylinder valve turn on by itself, releasing gas into the air. Meanwhile, Murphy sees the little girl again, running towards her as if to tell her something. But someone grabs the girl and pushes her down. Just as the tugboat captain turns on the engine, the gas causes a massive explosion, killing the captain. Now, they are stranded on a deserted ship in the middle of the ocean. They are deeply troubled because their means of escape, The tugboat is completely destroyed. One teammate, Mark, becomes very upset, looking at a photo of his girlfriend. They were supposed to get married in 2 weeks, and now he feels he will never escape. In his distress, Mark starts drinking old liquor. Meanwhile, Murphy is confused about repeatedly seeing the girl. She tries to learn about her and checks the ship's passenger data. She discovers the girl's name is Katie. Researching further, she reaches Katie's room. Opening the wardrobe door, she finds Katie's skeleton. Terrified, Murphy composes herself and removes a locket from the skeleton's neck, containing a photo of the little girl's parents, who are standing behind her. Seeing this shocks Murphy. Katie says, "Don't close that locket. It's been so many years since I've seen my mom and dad." Murphy still can't believe she's talking to a dead girl. But when she tries to hand the locket to Katie, it passes right through her hand. Finally, Murphy believes the girl is a ghost, not a human. Katie tells her that many other souls are trapped on this ship, and they cannot be freed until the man who traps them is killed. Murphy asks Katie who that man is. Just as Katie is about to tell her, strange bugs start emerging from the ceiling, frightening Katie. She tells Murphy to leave the ship quickly, or they will all be killed. Then Katie disappears. Meanwhile, Mark, after drinking the entire bottle, feels dizzy. The tables and chairs around him start shaking. Suddenly, everything repairs itself and becomes new. And the people killed on the ship 40 years ago reappear alive before Mark. Mark stands in the middle, with people applauding round him. At first, Mark finds it strange. But then he thinks it's the alcohol's effect. The next moment, the lady singer comes close to Mark and becomes intimate with him. She completely mesmerizes Mark, leading him on. Foolish Mark doesn't realize the singer is luring him into a trap. She stands at the edge of the floor and calls Mark. In his attempt to reach her, Mark falls from the floor and dies. We are shown the team leader sitting in the old ship captain's room. He sees the liquor bottle move on its own. Shortly after, the ghost of the ship's captain appears before him. The team leader is terrified. The captain pours him a glass of liquor and gives him a photo of a ship named the Lorelei *. The captain explains that years ago, a man came to them and told them about the Lorelei * ship, which contained a great treasure. When they rescued the Lorelei *, they indeed found all the treasure. The captain shows the team leader another photo, saying, "This is the man who told us about the Lorelei * ship." The team leader's breath catches in his throat when he sees the photo because the man is none other than Jack, and the photo is 40 years old. After 40 years, Jack hasn't aged a bit. He looks exactly the same as he did 40 years ago. The team leader realizes Jack is not human but a ghost. Understanding this, the leader wants to get his team off the ship immediately. He quickly goes to find his teammates. But then he encounters the same teammate who died in the tugboat explosion. It is actually that man's soul, which advances to kill the leader. The leader runs away to save himself. Suddenly, Murphy appears. The ghost of the exploded man disappears, but the team leader sees Murphy's face as that of his dead teammate. Thinking Murphy is a ghost, he attacks her. To defend herself, Murphy injures his leg. It doesn't seriously harm him, and he stands up to attack Murphy again. Before he can kill her, Jack arrives from behind and knocks the leader unconscious with an iron rod. Jack is the man who brought them here. Only the team leader had discovered that Jack was a demon, and Jack knew the leader had learned the truth. So, Jack turns everyone against the leader, saying if he regains consciousness, he might harm any of them. Everyone agrees with Jack, so they throw their leader into a tank. With no other way out, they get to work repairing the ship according to plan. Soon, they weld the lake shut and start pumping the water out of the ship. Murphy notices that their teammate Mark is missing. She goes to look for him. The little girl ghost appears before her again and shows her that the man she is looking for is dead. It's Mark, who died trying to get to the lady singer. The girl then places her hand on Murphy's shoulder and takes her back to that night in 1962 when the entire incident happened and everyone was killed. That night, everyone on the ship was mercilessly slaughtered by a group whose goal was to steal all the gold on the ship. They killed some people by poisoning their food. Others were cut into by the wire, and some were riddled with bullets. Katie couldn't be saved either. They took Katie to her room and hanged her. It was all orchestrated by the same lady singer who plotted the gold heist and, with her crew, took out everyone on the ship. Now, all the gold was in their possession. The ship's officer was also in league with the lady singer. On her signal, he kills his own comrades. But as he turns round, the lady singer shoots him too. The lady singer thinks all the gold is now hers since everyone on the ship is dead. But then enters a man who is the mastermind of this whole game, and he hangs the lady singer with an iron chain, killing her. Murphy, with Katie's help, witnesses all this and sees this mastermind, which shocks her because the man is none other than Jack, who lured them here with the promise of gold. The ship had a leak and was slowly sinking, so it needed people who could save it from sinking. That's why Jack cleverly brought them here. Now the ship was completely repaired. So Jack no longer needed these people, and now he would kill them all. Realizing this, Murphy remembers that, swayed by Jack's words, they had locked their leader in a tank. Murphy runs to save her leader. But by now, the leader has drowned because the tank filled with water. Murphy tries to break the tank's glass to save him, but the glass is too strong. Despite all her efforts, she cannot save the leader. After this, Murphy goes to another teammate named Dodge. Murphy tells Dodge the whole truth about Jack and says, "Shoot Jack wherever you see him. I'm going to find our other teammate." Shortly after Murphy leaves, Jack appears before Dodge. Dodge tells Jack, "Stay right there and don't move." Jack realizes Murphy has told him the truth. Jack tries to confuse Dodge with words and attempts to snatch the gun. But Dodge understands Jack's cleverness and immediately shoots Jack, who falls far away. Dodge goes to check and sees that Jack is dead. Seeing this, Dodge leaves. But we see that Jack is still not dead. Meanwhile, Murphy learns that the teammate she went to find has died in the water. Now, all of Murphy's teammates except Dodge have been killed. So, Murphy decides to destroy the entire ship. She starts planting bombs in every corner of the ship. Just then, Dodge arrives. Dodge tells Murphy, "I killed Jack." Hearing this, Murphy says, "Jack won't die because he is not human, but a demon. So we must blast this entire ship, that Jack can't lure any other humans here and trap them like us. And all the souls Jack has imprisoned on this ship will be freed." Dodge angrily tries to reason with Murphy, saying they shouldn't blast the ship because all the gold on it will be destroyed, and they will have to return home empty-handed without acquiring the gold. Murphy says this gold is actually a trick of Jack's. We will never be able to take it from here. So I must blast the ship no matter what. Now Jack realizes Murphy will not relent under any circumstances. So Jack reveals his true form. We understand that Jack had also killed Dodge. Jack tells her, Your work and mine are the same. Just as you collect ships lost at sea, I collect souls. I was once human too, but I committed many sins, and in return, I was given this job. Now I am a soul collector, for which I need the ship, and I don't want you to blast it. Jack gives Murphy a chance. He says, "Go, I won't kill you. But in return, you must not blast this ship." But Murphy doesn't listen to him. Enraged, Jack attacks her with an iron rod, causing her to fall down. Just as Jack is about to kill Murphy, she shoots an arrow at the bomb's remote and immediately jumps into the water. A huge explosion occurs on the ship. The blast causes the ship to sink into the water, and Murphy is trapped underwater beneath the ship. She sees no way out, and her breath is running short. But then Katie's spirit appears, takes Murphy's hand, and shows her the way up. Murphy sees that all the souls Jack had imprisoned have been freed. Murphy barely makes it to the surface and sees all the souls on the ship departing for their real world. Essentially, all the souls here were Jack's slaves. Only Katie's soul wasn't enslaved because her soul was pure, which is why Jack couldn't control her much. That's why Katie's soul kept helping Murphy. Murphy floats in the ocean, holding onto a box, until she reaches a ship that rescues her. When she is brought to the port, she sees from her ambulance that Jack is still alive. He is transferring all the gold from the ship to another ship so that, lured by that gold, he can kill more people and imprison their souls. With this, the story ends.